Welcome to Blathering Blatherskites. We are on episode number 81, and I'm one of your hosts, Ken Doman, or at Nintendo79 on Twitter. I'm joined by Robbie Baxter. He is at Fifth Race, Fifthrace. Robbie, good evening, and how's it been going?
It's going well, Ken. Been busy as usual. Four kids do that to you.
Yeah.
Work's been going pretty well, and the wife and kids are out of town tonight, so
Oh, wow. Yeah,
I'm a bachelor once again.
Oh, that could be fun. Maybe fun. It'll be quiet. You can hear your own thoughts.
It is quiet.
Cool.
Yeah, those are good points.
Right. So you got school coming up, I imagine. Is that coming up soon for you guys? I know you.
Yeah. So we homeschool. So we started last week for a couple of days, and then the kids are out of town right now. But I think they're still doing some stuff while they're out of town. So
awesome.
In Indiana, the law is that you have to do 180 days. So we usually get that pretty easily.
Cool. Yeah, mine are starting. My youngest is starting preschool tomorrow, so
crazy.
That's very crazy. And he's gone through phases of like he's excited and can't wait to like I don't want to do that, I'm not going. So depending on which day it is, so hopefully tomorrow will be a day he wants to go. I think it helped tonight because we did like the preview day at my daughter's school, and she's starting to first grade, so it was kind of the meet the teacher night, and I think he got a little taste of that. I was like, oh, this is exciting and it's fun. So hopefully he catches that a little bit. But yeah, my daughter, she was trying to make friends with every single kid she saw today. So yeah, I'm not too worried about her starting back. She's thrilled about it.
Yeah.
So yep, but both of them going back to school this week. So yeah, that's where a lot of our efforts are going to right now. And
we're getting ready for soccer season right now, so that's
we finished. We had swim lessons and dance, and then just this fall, I think we're gonna take a little break on that because we just have some other family stuff going on, so we're gonna see how that goes, and then maybe in the winter. But yeah, we've had mentions of soccer around here, and we're gonna get involved in that. So yeah, hopefully that'll be maybe in the spring for us. But are you coaching anymore? I know you did some.
Yeah, I'm coaching 6 and 7 year old boys this year.
Okay. Wow.
Which is my second oldest son. My oldest son will be in a 6 or 7, 8 year old boys.
Wow, man.
So it's fun. We start next week with practices, and our game is I think next Saturday. So I just keep telling myself 8 practices, 8 games, 8 practices.
So do you have playbooks? Like, do you have like a regiment of things that you have set up to do, or you just kind of take it as it comes?
Oh, Ken. No, it's pretty off the cuff a lot.
Okay.
The good thing is with the team I'm coaching this year, I coached my oldest son at this level last fall. Yeah. But I coached both teams and I don't want to do that anymore. I can only spend time with one. It's just too much. And then you have scheduling conflicts, and you're trying to get assistant coaches to do stuff, and it's just a pain. So when I coached my oldest son with this age group, it's a lot better. Last year we had 12 players on the team. This age group only has 7.
Okay.
And so it's a little bit easier to manage. Practices go a little better. The kids are a little bit older, so they tend to handle the ball better, shoot better, do everything better. So
so you're at the age where they actually do keep score, right? Like you have actual winner and loser of the game and that kind of stuff.
We don't.
Okay.
It's a rec league. They have travel teams and stuff that are more competitive. So this is it's the same organization, but there's like the rec league, and then there's what they call the academy.
Okay.
And it's the kids know the score. I mean, we're just not keeping it necessarily.
Sure. Because I tried my hand at coaching, and these were pre-kindergarten age. So at that age, they really didn't keep score because the kids didn't. They didn't.
Half of them don't know how to count.
They really weren't had any concept of that. So at that point, we weren't even doing that. So I'm just wondering at the older ages when that starts.
I mean, I think it starts the more competitive the kids are. Like my kids are they love soccer, but they're not superstars by any means. and so this is a good league for them to be in.
Cool.
They get to learn skills and have fun, and that's where most of the kids are. There's a couple kids here and there that are, just athletically talented and kind of run around everybody else. But for the most part, it's not too bad.
Cool. Is Coach getting his steps in? You getting your jogging in?
Oh gosh, yeah. So I've actually been losing weight.
Yeah. Oh, good.
I'm down about. I think I was up to this point last year sometime, and I'm down 30 pounds from that.
Wow.
But I had lost about 15 pounds around Christmas.
Yeah.
And have kind of been around that weight. So I think I've lost about 15 total this round.
Cool.
I've been at it for about a month. So
yeah.
Wife's out of town, so I binged a little bit tonight. But
sure. Yeah, once in a while, that's all right. We've been trying to be a little better about our diet and exercise type of stuff, and trying to take it really slow too, because not trying to just go crazy and drop a bunch of weight, because I've done that before and it doesn't stick. You end up going right back. So hopefully going at it in a healthy way this time. And we've been doing a lot of the kind of ketogenic type of thing where the very low carbohydrate and higher fat diet, which it's interesting, and it does seem to work. And I feel like it's it's science based, and we're working at it. And my wife's actually she's been doing much better than I have. So
I hated it when I did that. Anyway.
Yeah, I understand.
Anyway, I felt like a grease ball all the time, eating all that fat and protein and stuff. And I mean, it really, if I would have counted my calories then, I would have just been eating less calories is all it really was. So,
right. For me, I think things that help me are not drinking sugar soda, because that's
I mean, me not doing that right now is a huge amount of empty calories.
Yep.
And then just eating more vegetables, that kind of stuff. I was at Texas Roadhouse this weekend, and I had a steak, but a steak is, it's not that bad calorie wise. I mean, it's higher, it's on the higher side, but it's not as bad as like French onion dip and chips.
That's the worst. Yeah,
or something like that. So I had a steak and I had vegetables, and it wasn't that bad of a meal. I didn't have pop, that kind of stuff. So it's good.
We
it's not good, but it's okay.
We went to Kings Island not the other day now. It's been over a week ago. But it's tough when you're there in a theme park, because you got to stay hydrated, and the drink selection is not the best. But we did okay. We tried to get. They at least have one of those Coke machines that have like 100 different flavors. It's like got everything in there, and the free.
So you got water?
I did flavored water, because you can pick your flavoring for it. So. Hey, that it gives you a variety at least, and
it's not 0 calorie, but it's
exactly, but it's better than like sugar soda. So
absolutely
try to do that, and but it is tough, and especially like your food choices out there. It's just like everything.
Everything sucks.
Fried stuff and horrible. But it was cool though, because the kids are actually tall enough to ride some rides this year.
Oh, awesome! What'd you get them on this year?
Well, most of the kind of kiddie land, they have like a Snoopy Peanutsville or whatever, but they actually have a roller coaster in there that they could both ride. And there was a lot of other just kind of the spinning around types of rides, but there was actually some that they could do. And we went to the water park in the afternoon, and my daughter could ride almost all of the ones there. There were only a handful that she couldn't ride. Nice. And my son could actually ride some of the slides too. So that was, I mean, I think they had an absolute blast. And next year we'll even more so, we'll be able to ride, some of the bigger coasters and stuff. So that's fun. I that was probably the most fun I've had at a theme park like that, just being there with them, getting to, go on some of these things. So that was a lot of fun. We haven't been at the point, we used to get season passes to it, and would try to go like quite a few weekends over the summer. And, when they were younger, it's just, not going to happen. So we might eventually get to that point again where we get a season pass. And it's a lot of fun. And it's nice because they are open like more throughout the year too, because it seems like it used to just be over the summer. Now they're open in the fall and like the weekends, and they have like the Halloween stuff. And and the haunted
Nice.
houses and all that cool stuff. So yeah, that's been kind of cool.
It is
So,
fun. Like we went to
yeah.
Disney last year, and both the boys could ride. I would say 90% of the rides there,
Yeah.
and they went on things that they swear they'll never go on again because they're too scared. But they tried everything. I mean, everything
Okay,
that we
well, that's
wanted to do,
good.
they tried. I mean,
Yeah.
they went on the Tower of Terror, and 6 and 5-year-old was a little bit young, I think, for that. But
Sure.
at least for them, they swear they're never going on it again until they're 50 years old. I told
We'll
my
see how that
oldest,
changes. Yeah.
I'll buy him a. I told my oldest I'll buy him a puppy if he goes on it next time we're there. So
Wow, those are some high stakes rewards there.
we'll
I
see.
don't know if I'd
I
put
don't
that
think
on
I'm going to
there.
be picking up. I really don't.
Okay, pretty confident.
I'm going to have to get a puppy in the next few years anyway. So
Okay, you have to. It's like
well, I
no
mean, I don't
choice.
have to, but I
Yeah,
know my wife.
you're feeling the pressure.
No,
Yeah.
I mean we have a dog now, but she's like
Okay.
12 years old. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I hate to say it, but it's only a matter of time.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
she's healthy now, but things can
Okay.
change, and
Right. Yeah.
I've been told in no uncertain terms that we will have a dog. So
Okay. Gotcha. Yep.
um, that's fine.
Yep.
But so I don't think I'm risking too much.
I think we've had like early cat discussions around our family. We've
Oh
been without a
man, don't
dog.
turn into a cat person, Ken.
I don't know. It's just they're easier. You can leave them for a weekend, and they're cool. They're not even
Yeah,
gonna miss you. So
but they walk with their poop covered paws all over your stuff. Just next time, if you get a cat, imagine you walk into the bedroom and it's sitting on your pillow.
yeah.
You know where those paws have been, like
Well,
5 minutes before it sat on your pillow.
and yet a dog, which a lot of times will have ingested said things that are on the cat's paws, and will come right up to you and lick your face and breathe on you. So
Yeah, well, we beat that out of our dogs.
right.
That's sarcasm,
Show them the
folks.
lesson. Yeah.
Yeah.
No
Sorry.
animal abuse here. Sorry. Yeah. Not going down that road.
Yeah. Luckily we don't have a dog that licks people very much.
Okay. Yeah. We've
all,
had that
so.
before, and it's
Yeah.
not good. Well, anyway, before we get into the topics of the show, I thought I would talk about. Well, first of all, we have an application we use called Zencaster. That's zencastr.com. And it's a cool way to record a podcast, and especially have guests that are not in the same room. And you can go through the magic of the internet and put it all together for you. Very cool. Also on our website, which is www.blatherskites.com. There is an Amazon link. If you click on that and purchase things, it doesn't cost you anything. And yet our show gets a little morsel of money, a little pittance, and could go towards making the show bigger and better and things like that. So
or prizes for our listeners.
Prizes. That's a great idea. I would love to do that. Prizes, cash prizes or gift card prizes. We also have a Facebook page, which is facebook.com/bblatherskites. That's where we try to post things relevant to our show, things we've talked about, things that we're going to talk about. So these are all cool things to check out. Now for this show, we usually start with our first topic is just what we've been either watching or playing or reading and kind of what's been going on. So Robbie, do you want to start off? I know that you did see one of the big tentpole summer movies, and thought you might want to discuss that a little bit.
Yeah, sure. My wife and I got to go see Spider-Man: Homecoming. Is that the right name? I think that's the right name.
That's it.
This weekend, and I wasn't sure we'd be able to go see it. We went to a small theater. We had a weekend away, so grandparents were watching the kids, so we stayed at a hotel for a couple nights, and during the day on Saturday we went to a movie at a really small town theater. I won't say the town or the theater, but there was a certain aroma that I can't quite place.
Uh-oh.
And I realized that I must have gotten used to it by the end of the movie because I don't remember it anymore. But it was very distinct, and I just can't place it. Anyway, the movie was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
I thought that the Sony Marvel marriage worked out well.
Yeah.
I felt like you couldn't really tell a difference between this and other Marvel movies, so that was refreshing. I'm trying to think. I like the suit stuff. Like that's new.
Yeah.
Like
Yep. Yeah, the whole Tony Stark.
Yeah,
suit,
Tony Stark suit is pretty cool. It almost explains like scientifically a spider sense, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Because they didn't really go into that at all. I absolutely loved that they didn't go into an origin story.
Yeah, they really glazed over that, and they mention, I think they mention a radioactive spider, and that's about it. And you have to
and it was
blink and you
almost
miss
in
it, kind of thing.
passing, and it was funny. I found the ending too convenient with who the vulture was, etc.
Yeah,
I'll try not to spoil it, but
yeah,
that was a bit, too coincidental, in my
okay,
opinion.
yeah,
But overall, it was
yeah,
fun. It was definitely entertaining, and I like the kid who plays Spider-Man.
yeah. Tom
Um,
Holland, yep, he did a great
and
job.
I love the Vulture character. I thought they did a really good job. Like you almost root for that guy for part of the movie, and I like that. I like it when the bad guys aren't all bad, and the good guys aren't all good
Yeah,
necessarily. So,
right. Yeah, because Peter, he makes some mistakes, and he's a
yeah,
kid. He does some dumb kid stuff, but
absolutely.
yeah, I thought the tone of the movie I felt was I don't know if it was necessarily lighter, but it felt, I don't know. There's just a lot of energy in it, and yeah,
Yeah,
it kind of had that youth
yeah. I mean, it reminded me of
point of view.
like just a high school
Yeah.
romp
Yep.
kind of thing,
Yep.
and I felt like the last Spider-Man movies were a little bit too dark at times, but um, the last one maybe the one
Yeah.
where people die at the end and it's like pointless. But anyway,
Yeah. This one I did feel like that they had stakes, like pretty high stakes in it, but not like the whole world on the line kind of thing. And
right. I mean, it felt like a I don't know, like one of the Netflix TV series things. Like
yeah,
it's really important to this neighborhood and this area, but it's not important to like the world
yeah,
yet.
right.
Um, and I like that. I like the references to Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I thought that was really
Yeah.
interesting. So yeah, I
Cool.
enjoyed it. I
Cool.
think my wife really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We stayed for the end credits, which were hilarious. So
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the cameo in it. There's an Avenger cameo, which, yeah, I don't want to spoil, but is very funny.
it
I
is
like
very
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talks about
So,
patience.
yes. Yeah.
So
So where would you rank it? You got all the Spider-Man movies. We got 6 of them now. Where do you think?
I still have a special place in my heart for the original Tobey
Yes.
Maguire.
Yeah.
So I'd rank it 2 or 3.
Okay. Yeah, it's up there. So
Yeah.
cool. Cool. Now I got to see what was supposed to have been a huge summer movie. The movie is called Valerian, and it's a sci-fi movie. It's based on a comic book or a graphic novel. It was published
In
in
France, right?
France. Yeah, it's French. Its original story was, and it was directed by is it Luc Besson, who
Luc
directed,
Besson, yeah.
yeah, directed The Fifth Element, which is one of my favorite movies,
Oh
like
yeah.
almost ever. I
It
love that
holds
movie.
a really special place in my heart too.
Yeah, yeah.
We probably saw that movie together,
I
Ken.
think we did. I remember seeing that like high school age.
Yeah.
So for sure. And it was, yeah, fantastic film. And it has a lot of the same kind of tones going on in the color palette. I mean, it's just all over the place, very bright, beautiful movie, and the effects are amazing. But it's missing, at least for me, I think it's missing a big, uh, a strong lead. Like Fifth Element, you had Bruce Willis. He's a great leading actor, and he can carry a movie. He's proven it many times. He can carry a movie. Nothing against is his name Dane. I can't remember his last name, but the lead in Valerian, he's done a couple other things. He was in Chronicle, which was like a kind of an indie superhero type of movie where he kind of goes dark. But and he was also in one of the Spider-Man movies, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, I think. So he's been in some big movies, and
It's been around.
yeah, been around, and he's not a bad actor. I don't think there's anything about his acting ability, but there's just that, you got to have a certain thing about you, and maybe it's just his age or his experience. But yeah, it felt, it was difficult to believe him in this character, and yeah, just the way he goes through the adventures there. You need somebody bigger, and I hate to say that because it's like I don't want to say you absolutely need a huge name to carry a movie, but in this
Right.
case, that's kind of how I felt, and I think that's what it needed
You might have
to be
needed a
more
name to get
successful.
people to go see the movie too.
Right, right. I think the marketing was a little bit weak on this film, where the trailer I thought was beautiful and had great music and the way but you didn't really know what was going on.
Right.
And the film kind of had some of the same thing. It was difficult to really know exactly what was going on throughout it. But it, it is worth seeing, and I think if you can find it in theaters and out there, and if you were a fan at all of Fifth Element or the sci-fi genre, I think it's worth seeing. But yeah,
That's fair.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I've actually been looking to see if I can find a theater. My wife's not really
right,
interested in it.
sure,
To see if I can find a theater that still has it. There might be a couple
yeah,
around here, so I may try to go see
yeah,
it tomorrow.
yeah.
Just the cinematography and the effects, like I feel like it'd just be better to see on a big screen, but I
Yep,
don't know.
yep. We actually saw it in a drive-in theater, and we had to sit through the Emoji Movie to watch Valerian.
Oh
So,
gosh.
but we had the kids with us, and they enjoyed the Emoji Movie, and it was bad. I mean, just really bad, like about as bad as you'd expect, and probably a few points lower than that. Uh,
Wow.
but it was I don't know, that not very funny, and it was just very weird plot to it. These things living in a phone, and I don't know.
Oh gosh.
It's a very convoluted plot, but that's what it was. That was and we did see that, um, and my kids actually. My daughter stayed awake through some of Valerian. She was kind of into that. She was actually kind of liking that, and she made it most of the way through it somehow. I don't know how, because those double features at the drive-in, your
Yeah,
second
it's
movie
late
doesn't
nights.
start until like 11 o'clock. So
Jeez.
yeah, but that's fun. I like doing. We try to do it once a summer. Do the
Okay.
drive-in movies because it's cool, and it's something that I want to stay around. I don't want to see them go away. I think
Right.
it's a neat thing, and yeah, especially to just kind of bring the kids out and they're in their pajamas and sit
Hmm.
in the back of the car. So uh, yeah, that's fun. Uh, didn't really get to see too many other movies other than Valerian and an Emoji Movie. It's kind of that point in the summer where not too much has been coming out. So I have been playing some games. I mentioned last time I've been playing Horizon Zero Dawn on the PlayStation 4,
Hmm.
and I finished that game the other day.
Oh,
I
cool.
got all the way through it. Yeah, and it stayed that the quality is very consistent throughout the game. It's a very good, solid. I'm not even sure how many hours I put into it. It's a good long time. It was probably a 30+ hour story, so it took quite a few weeks to get through. Um, but yeah, very worth it. I feel like if you have a PlayStation 4 and you like story driven games at all, that's a no brainer. Like
Hmm.
it's fully worth the price of admission, and it's worth the full $60. Like if you pay that, if you catch it on sale, even better. But yeah, that was one I would not hesitate to put down the full amount for. Lots of surprises throughout it. The plot, the story in that is actually better than most of the movies that came out this summer. So if that's anything, yeah, you'd probably be better off with your entertainment dollars going for that than a few of the movies you could have seen. Um,
Yeah, it cost me at least $60 to go to the theater nowadays.
exactly, and
Jeez.
uh, and Zero Dawn, it's it has violence in it, but I feel like it wasn't something that the kids couldn't be in the room and while I played that kind of
Right.
thing. Language is very minor. There's a couple little parts to it, but yeah, mostly just really well done story. I can't wait to see more of that, and we don't have to wait too long for more of that. They have an expansion coming out November 7th, which is not a
Oh, wow.
full game, not a full sequel at all, because it just came out earlier this year, but it's a DLC add-on. So yeah, looking
That's
forward to
cool.
that. So yeah, that'll be coming out fairly soon. Also played Halo 5, which has been on my shelf forever and had not played. It's one I got because it's Halo, and it's like, oh,
Right.
it's all the hype around it. You get it, and I haven't played it. So my brother and I went through the cooperative campaign. We actually had a whole day where we didn't have anything else to do. I'm like, we're playing Halo. We're gonna
Cool.
sit down and do it.
Had he
And
played it before?
no, not Halo 5. So
Wow.
he was very new to it. I think he had started his game, but he was very early into it. So we just did a co-op and went through the the whole campaign, and it was about maybe a 10-hour campaign somewhere around there. It it's Halo, so you're not getting a whole lot more or different than you have in the other games in the series. I was not really taken with the story in this one. I thought it had some really weak points, and they have two teams that you play as throughout the game. So you have your Master Chief, the main hero of the Halo universe,
Yeah.
and then you have this other guy, Locke, and sometimes you're playing him and his team, and it switched back and forth throughout the game. So a few missions you're playing one, then you play on the other side, and Locke is trying to catch Master Chief and bring him in for these crimes that he has allegedly committed. Yeah, I didn't really like that part of it, and
somebody in a writing room got really carried away, and
they did, and they kind of took Cortana in a place I didn't really like by the end. So, without going into more detail there, that being said, the game plays very well. I think the few weaknesses I found in it is like a lot of times I'm always looking for ammo, and like with almost with all the Halo games, you can't just keep your same weapons. You're having to ditch your weapons every 5 minutes to get something else, which that gets kind of old for me. I kind of like sticking with one or having my set of of weapons and get to choose from those.
Yeah.
So, but that's just the nature.
That's why you like Destiny so much.
It is. I do. I get attached to those things. Yeah, we'll try to hold off on the Destiny talk today. We've got many months of that to look forward to as it does come out next month. So, but yeah, those are the games I've been playing. Also was watching the show Rick and Morty, which is a crazy, very zany cartoon.
Yeah, that's a cartoon. You're a grown man.
Yeah, I am a grown man, and I watched this cartoon about a scientist and his grandson. Who the show is apparently loosely based on like a kind of a take on Doc and Marty from Back to the Future. But it's gone way off, and they're their own characters now. But I think when they first started it, it was kind of resembled those characters, and it's taken on a whole universe of its own at this point. But it's a very interesting show. The sense of humor. It's written by Dan Harmon, who did Community, Joel McHale, and I was a big fan of Community. So that sense of humor I enjoy. The writing in it is very interesting, and it gets very meta, where you have like multiple levels of things. There's quite a few episodes where they have this theme of kind of the Inception kind of thing, the dream within a dream. There's a few that they go kind of deep that way, and I don't know, if you like really weird stuff, I will say it does have crazy amount of violence, like pretty graphic violence for a cartoon. Language is all over the place. I mean, it's not really like F-bombs every 2 seconds, but they have some strong language in it. So not for the kiddos at all, but it airs on Adult Swim. So that's where you find that, and it's in its 3rd season. So I've been watching some of that. My wife hates it, so
I
have to watch that one on my own. I've been really wanting to the show that I'm most wanting to watch right now is one that you've recommended to me, The Expanse. I need to know a way to watch that. I mean, is the best way just to go and buy the season just on Amazon?
Gosh, I don't know.
Because I think it originally airs on Sci-Fi Network, right?
Right.
Okay,
you go to Sci-Fi and try to see if it works.
You can watch the most recent episodes. I want to start at the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely.
See them all. So they don't have a really good way to do that.
Okay.
Legally, I know there are ways.
Oh, sure.
I'm aware that there are ways, but trying to do it legit and watch things the right way. So
I'll look into that too. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I hate for you to have to spend like $15 to watch season 1 or something.
That's kind of what I've been thinking, because I've really been wanting to see it, but just been having a hard time finding where to do that. So if you hear of anything, we don't have Hulu, and I thought I checked and didn't see it on there, but if there was a streaming service out there that has it, that would be very cool.
I'll look at that too. I wanted to mention that I just finished the 2nd book of that series.
Cool.
Caliban's War or something like that, I think it's called. It's pretty good. I'm really enjoying it. Reading the books of a show that you like, or vice versa, watching a show of books you like, I just think is really fulfilling. you get to see different takes on things, and you kind of know more of the backstory now. So it's very interesting. I liked it. The other thing I want to mention is I played some pretty serious Super Mario Brothers 3
Nice.
with
Oh,
my sons.
yeah.
And Daddy's got to carry him through that game. Like I just
Yeah.
like my kids can sit here and play like Lego Marvel Avengers, or I don't know,
Yeah.
whatever that's
Yep.
called. And they can play that all day. They can play Minecraft all day. They're good at it. They're fine. But you just give them a side scroller, and gosh, man, it's like a foreign language to them.
Yeah, they're not used to that. Yeah, all these fancy
It's like
3D.
you move
Yeah.
sideways and jump, and like I still have the muscle memory from those games, and I probably die more than I used to, but like I can fly through those levels pretty
remember
quick.
stuff. Yeah, it comes back to you. You're going
Yeah.
through them. You remember the jumps and the patterns.
So
and,
we were doing like I'd give them 2 turns, and then if they couldn't beat a level, I would beat it for them.
right.
And like they cannot beat a level. Like they might be able to get through 1-1 of Mario Brothers 3, but anything that requires jumping, or it's just crazy to me. And I think it's just that the technology is different now.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, on the old NES controller, if you held the A button down, you actually jumped a little higher.
Get a little boost. Yeah.
Yeah.
You hold on to it.
But they're just like, click it, because that's all they ever do is click it real quick.
Right.
And there's no anyway, so.
Well, it might take them some time. I
don't have an NES, so it was at my in-laws' place, so.
Yeah, I really wish I could have got a hold of one of those NES classics. I swear this fall I will get the
Super Nintendo. Yeah, good luck.
I have alerts set on my phone. I'm ready. There's a Google Groups. You can go in and it's updated like regularly, and like immediately when something comes in stock, I have that set to forward to my text message on my phone. So like as soon as that comes across there, I'm ready. So hopefully I can stack one of those. Nintendo swears they're going to have more of them on the shelves than they did last year with the NES Classic. So we shall see. I'm very much looking forward to that. It comes out right around my birthday too, so we got like early October-ish. So that's something I've been looking forward to. Hopefully can get hands on pre-order soon. Nintendo has said pre-orders are going to happen for it, and it will be late August. So we're right in the middle of August now. So in the next couple of weeks, if anyone is interested in that, that's when you need to be ready. You're ready to pull the trigger. Go ahead and log into your e-commerce site of choice and make sure all your payment methods are in line and you're ready to go. So you can
get your shipping address set, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, absolutely.
Click that button, you're ready to go.
That's good advice, Ken.
Yeah. It's a silly thing, but it's something I do really want to have just for me and my nostalgia, and to share that with the kids. I think it would be really, really cool. So that's
Hey, before we get to our topic of the show, I know we're running over on time here, but I gotta say one thing. I have switched to an Apple phone.
Oh, really? Wow, that's big news.
So the main reason I did it, I have the iPhone or the 6 Plus. No, 7 Plus. 7 Plus.
7 Plus. All right. Cool.
And so I was paying for my phone, and my work gave me a phone.
Yeah.
So I just got rid of. I'm just having one phone as my work phone now, and I can use it for personal stuff. It's fine.
Right.
But our apps work better on the iPhone, so I did that. Plus, the only option they had for the Android was like a Galaxy S7, which is a version behind, and I didn't want to do that. So I was like, all right, I'll just take the plunge, and then if I hate it, I can take the plunge back.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, it sucks. It really is not very good. Nothing is intuitive to me. Like I don't understand. Like I press hard for some things and press lightly for some things. When I plug it into my car, it tries to play some U2 album instead of the book I'm trying to listen to. I have to press and hold Siri, and then it'll start playing the book once I get out of Siri. It's just
totally legit complaint there on the car thing, because it's like it randomly picks something on my phone that it wants to play,
and like people will call me on the phone, and it doesn't automatically. It's attached with Bluetooth to my car.
Right.
It will not use the car speaker automatically.
Really? I have to on my car it does. Yeah.
Now it started off working fine the first couple times I did it, but then today I'm like, hello, and I look at my phone. And it's like on the handset. I'm like, what? Why is that? Why? You're connected to the freaking car. Things like the settings for apps are inside of the settings menu instead of inside the app. Like
Yep.
that,
That's
I
weird.
understand that kind of makes sense, but like that's totally contradictory to everything I've
Yeah.
ever
Well,
experienced from a
it's only
computer
some
perspective.
of the settings, not all the settings. You have
Yeah,
it
I know that
broken
too.
down into like the location services are all within the settings menu.
And
So
like
yeah, all that stuff is separated
I
out.
was I was trying to put a book on my phone to listen to on an app that I have,
Yeah.
and I downloaded the book. I have
Okay.
no way to get that book into that app. I have to use the app to log into a website to get the book because
Oh,
it's like, and maybe that's just a problem with the app, but like
yeah.
sharing between applications seems like you just have to copy all the data from this application, like all the pictures, all the movies, all the book files, whatever, to this
Yeah.
other. So now you have two copies on your iPhone because it can't possibly share the same location on disk. Anyway,
Okay.
I told somebody today. I said, I've had some issues. I hope that I get. It's probably just I don't know how to do stuff yet.
Yeah.
But
Oh, it's a big change. It's a
it's a
whole
big
different
change.
ecosystem. Like
I just thought I would be better off than
yeah.
I have been because I've been using a MacBook for 3 years now, but
Yeah.
there's no similarities between the
Oh
two.
no. Yeah, Mac
Like
OS and iOS are very, very different beast.
so.
So okay. Well, that's
Anyway,
interesting
that's
to
my
hear.
rant. We probably need to add
Okay.
a section to the show where Robbie goes over his iPhone experience over and over.
Robbie's rants and
Maybe.
on
Anyway,
iPhone.
I apologize. I
No,
digress.
you can talk about that again. We got other Apple fun things coming up. We got the iOS 11 and the iPhone 8 announcement probably coming up soon. So
Yes.
we'll have more to speak on those things soon enough.
Good.
But yeah, the main topic of the show, which yeah we're gonna go through quickly, but I thought it caught my attention. There was an article published in USA Today where the title of it caught my eye. It said you will get chipped eventually, and by chipped they mean like microchipped with like your ID card for like your employer. So you'll use that for going through doors to get anywhere, possibly as a payment method. Because I know like
Measure the amount of time you're in the restroom.
who knows, yeah, anything like that, and who knows what all sensors are in there, if it's just like an RF sensor for proximity for doors, or they could put other things in there. They, in this case, in the article, they swear that there's no GPS tracking in it, but that's not to say that couldn't happen
That'd be
very
pretty
easily.
impressive if they had GPS tracking on a chip that size. But
Right, they might not be able to do that now, but eventually maybe they could. So
yeah,
I thought this was something that was thrown out there almost just to be controversial, and
yeah. I mean, it sounded
was
like the company was partly doing this to their employees or to get publicity for they're kind of a startup, I think.
yeah, yeah,
And so now they're in the news. So no publicity is bad publicity.
right.
Um, but
Yeah, so this company has embedded chips into its employees, and that's what they use them for. It's like their ID badge at the
right.
company, and this is their product, right? I mean, this is what the company does. So
Well,
that
I mean, they sell kiosks for.
okay,
Yeah, this isn't what they do. They
okay, this
sell
isn't
they
their
sell
main.
like kiosks for cafeterias and stuff like that, I think.
Okay,
But this was a way to get their name in the news, maybe.
I gotcha. And it's just, yeah, they have a whole section here where they swear that it's not a GPS tracker, which yeah, I just don't think they could do that, but they
Right.
want to make sure that people
But
know.
I mean, if you
But
can log in, if you can get into a door through it, I mean, there's possibility, there's proximity sensors and stuff like that. You can see where people are in a building, which, I mean, honestly, people have been doing that for years. There's wireless,
right,
systems. I don't know if you have it at your work, but
yeah,
we could click a little checkbox and all of a sudden it would know where everybody's device is based on,
sure, yeah,
triangulating it on the Wi-Fi.
yep,
So I mean, that's not too crazy, I guess. Um, but yeah, I think when everybody thinks about getting a chip, they think of being tracked.
yeah,
Um, and I know we've had it like in pets for years. There's a little, you can get your vet chipped. So if it ever gets lost and its
right,
collar gets off or something, the vet I mean, every vet almost has this little scanner. They'll scan and tell who the name, address, phone number of the person who owns the dog or or cat if people own cats, I guess. I don't know, but
Yeah, people do. People have cats.
okay.
They probably chip their cats. But so, at what point is the benefit of this, I guess, going to be enough that people would go for it? Because I think most people, I mean, I don't know if I have any statistics to back this up, but I have a feeling most people would not be ready to jump into something like this, at least not
Yeah.
right now. But if the benefits were high enough, you think people would adopt this, and possibly not even like our generation, but maybe the younger generation or even the next generation after them
Yeah, I
might
mean, I
more
think
and more.
essentially, I think essentially people are pretty set on carrying their phone around now, right?
Right.
Which
Yeah.
that wasn't, 20 years ago, that wasn't the norm. Like
Right.
you would leave your cell phone at home half the time because you knew where you were going. You didn't need to bring it with you. Didn't want to carry it, that kind of thing. But now anybody can get a hold of you anytime because almost everybody has their cell phone with them or their mobile phone.
Right.
So I think when Elon Musk talks about the brain machine interface stuff, which we've talked about on the podcast
Mm-hmm.
before, um, I think it's just going to be a natural progression, and eventually it'll lead to hey, it'd be easier just to I carry these 6 cards and I carry this phone and I it'd just be easier to just put a chip in my body. So when I walk into the
Right.
Amazon store, it knows who I am, and I walk out. I don't have to. I just grab what I want and walk out, and I don't have to
Yeah.
scan anything or pay for anything. It just automatically deducts it from my account.
Yep.
When I go to work, I just walk in, boom, boom, boom. I'm in. They know who I am. There's no way to spoof this.
Right.
Those. I mean, and that's the problem, right? I mean, will there be a way to spoof it? Will there be a way to hack it?
Right.
Those are the issues.
I have a feeling that this could be in conjunction of like a sort of like multi-factor authentication where
Yeah.
yes, you have the chip, but you also have to use your biometric, either your thumbprint, your face scan, or something else. But they're trying to make it more seamless. They want to decrease those barriers, and things that take up time and or chances of losing things. And as far as security goes, like a badge can be lost, a badge can be stolen.
Right.
Uh, this that's inside
But
you
do I
not.
want somebody to have
Yeah.
to cut off my arm in order to get into my building?
Yeah. Well, so you make it so that it doesn't work. If you cut it out, it's done.
Yeah, it's probably
That's
true.
that's the trick. But I think the level of benefit is like what you're saying. When you can use this as not just your badge for work, but also it's how you can pay for things.
Hmm.
It's used in lieu of your passwords. You don't have to remember passwords anymore. It's all
Yep.
through this. It syncs with that. You can just sit down at a computer. It knows who you are. You go about your day.
Hmm.
All the security is seamless and behind the scenes. You don't really get to feel that.
Yeah,
It's not
I think the convenience
intrusive.
factor eventually will outweigh the creepiness factor.
Right. It'll take a while to warm up to. I think they and in this article they say that they're looking at what the 2060s is what they feel is a reasonable time frame for that to be completely
Right.
adopted.
And I
Uh,
think it'll happen sooner than that, personally.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
2060s, my kids will be what, in their 50s? No,
Right.
I
Well,
think
they'll
my
be,
kids will
yeah.
have this in their 20s.
Sure.
So
Sure.
I think that's way out there. Um, yeah, I agree with them when they said that the Googles and Microsofts of the world aren't going to be forcing their employees to do this anytime
Yeah.
soon.
But
Um,
I just don't. I think that it's something that could become outdated, though. I mean, they get this thing, they want to put a chip in people, but then if the other biometric kinds of security can surpass that, where you don't need something inside you,
sure.
it recognizes you, either maybe not just a face scan, but it detects like the way you move, like really subtle mannerisms and stuff like that, where it's really doing a close scan on you and it makes
Yeah,
sure that that's you. And like an iris scan and fingerprints and stuff like that. So a combination of those things I could see
it's a good point. Yeah,
replacing this type
are
of
we
thing.
going to be farther along in machine learning and facial recognition and those things
Yeah.
than people being able to than this technology, becoming okay?
And see, that's to me, I think that's the biggest problem I would have with it, because you have something that gets put in you, and then it's technology. Technology moves so quickly that it become outdated, and it's like, well, then they have to like dig it out and then put another one in. I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't like where that's going. But I just thought this was an interesting topic, something that might be coming up more and more, especially if they do get any traction and people do feel that there is a great benefit to it. So I don't know. Do you think you would ever do it if it had enough convenience and wasn't any risk or anything to you?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
My Judeo-Christian background is screaming "Mark of the Beast."
Right. I have the same things. I grew up in very similar kind of things, and yeah, they felt like something like this would be coming along, the whole cashless society and stuff like that. Which those things are happening, but is it bad? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think I would have a problem with it.
Yeah.
I'd have to understand the technology better, understand
Right.
what the risks are. But gosh, man, it's so embarrassing when I forget my ID card at work.
Oh, have
So,
you done that? Me too. Yeah.
oh yeah,
I can't park.
absolutely.
I have to find another place to park somewhere on the
Oh
street or
gosh,
something. You
jeez.
gotta wonder, and then you try to follow somebody, but not look like you're following them to kind of
Oh
catch the
man, like
door.
we are super, like our company is super strict about that. Like you cannot
Oh, yeah.
badge serve. It's
Well,
yeah, but
because see, I know the security guy on the first floor, but I got to get in to even get to that guy. So I can be
oh
like,
wow.
hey, you know me. So, yeah, it is a pain when
Yeah.
little things like that. So, yeah, it's something that we might address again in the future and see if it
Have they done a
does
Black
become.
Mirror episode about this? I'm trying to think.
That seems like something they would do, but
Not
I
really,
can't.
not really this
Yeah,
particular thing,
can't
but
can't think of one that they did. Yeah, quite like that. I thought
I
they've.
mean, there's the video stuff in your head.
Yeah,
There's different like implant type things they've talked about, but
yeah.
maybe this is just too simple. Like
Maybe they don't
it's
see that as futuristic enough.
yeah. I
Don't
mean,
want.
people have freaking
Yeah.
pacemakers. They have
Yeah.
all sorts of stuff
Oh,
put in their body already. Like this is really nothing compared to some of the medical devices people have from a
exactly.
standpoint of being intrusive.
Yep. A very good point. Very good point. And
So
yeah, speaking of Black Mirror, is that coming back soon? Just kind of a last thing,
I don't
kind of
know. I mean,
sneaking it
you
at the end
saw
of the show.
season 3, right?
Yes, saw all of season 3. I'm caught up completely,
I don't
and
know.
I saw that they are making a season 4.
They are,
It's
yeah.
still with Netflix. I think it is by the end of the year, but I have not seen any dates yet. So hopefully we'll hear
I'm
about
not
that.
either. That's going to be good. I'm
Okay.
looking forward.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll talk. We'll definitely be talking about that again. So
Absolutely.
great. Well, yeah, like you said, we've been going over a little on time, but that's all right.
Yep.
Had a good talk. Hope everyone enjoyed it. But this has been Blathering Blatherskites on episode number 81. We will catch you next time, whenever that may be. Hopefully, by next week, we'll have a fresh episode ready for you. Robbie, any final thoughts?
Love each other.
Love each other. That's good. Good words, man. All right. Yep. Love each other. Take care of your neighbors. All right. Catch you later.